Alright, so we have a curse submission into Dusk's queue here. It's Shardtail Restore. And nobody's beaten it so far, which is a bit scary. These are definitely some good players. I guess it's not a combo I'm typically worried about, though I will say there's of course a massive difference between restores and root seeds. Root seeds give you that extra offensive scaling option, which usually you're not hurting for, but if I were to guess, there's probably a lack of it based on these deaths. And yeah, I mean, Restore just doesn't do anything. It's a really bad starter card. Anyway, let's see what it has for us. Hopefully we get Imperialists. It's always what we want to see. If not, I guess Imp Parade's acceptable. These starters suck. Fortify is always just so disappointing to see. For the Hellhorn Commons, I mean, it is so much worse than the other ones. It's the first time I noticed that it actually is an animated card frame. It is not worthy of that. I don't even know what that is. It's like pulling on the shoulder leather. Weird. Anyway, Glimmer is honestly not that good to start with. It obviously needs upgrades to do good, or to do anything really, especially with the Divine Horde, which we probably take. Important work is good later on, potentially. Only really with Endless Imps, or if I get stuck with Imp Parade. Otherwise, it's actually pretty bad. So this is not a good start. I see a guy died right off the bat, which also makes me a little scared. We get Imperialists though, so that's good. Obviously, it basically made these Glimmers redundant, or just eclipsed. But yeah, we always take Imperialist if we see it. Fervor Flame is always decent. Doesn't really help us at all. I mean, neither of them help us, which is a problem. I mean, this starter deck sucks pretty bad. This is really bad. As I look through this, we basically don't have a starter deck. All we have is Shardtail Queen and Imps. 5 Imps. You know, this is never getting played. These probably don't do anything. Unless I skip the Horde, which honestly, I never really would do it. Typically with Shardtail Queen, but this deck is actually so bad that it's worth considering. It is Temple, so I don't have to take shards there. Well, I think we take a Fervor Flame. There is like some argument for Gnarled Root, you know, opening up Sharpen, but I just don't think I would ever take a Gnarled Root over a Fervor Flame. It's possible in this particular Cursed Seed, if there is in fact like no offensive scaling other than a Sharpen, that Gnarled Root would be better, but I don't really want to play it like that. Gosh, this Divine Horde actually scares me. These Glimmers do nothing. You know, we'll think about the worst case scenario, which is a sharded up 5 health, you know, 18 damage thing. Glimmers do nothing. The Imps obviously kill it, but they can't kill it before I take 18, which maybe I can block a hit with Chain Steward. Otherwise, I go down to half health with Shardtail Queen. Maybe the Fortifies change that here and there. Maybe I can heal back. Maybe I can't. Even if I kill the thing, heal all the way back up, I'm still gonna have a tough time with the boss just because there isn't any real scaling here. There's no scaling, there's no extra imps, so like I can't even necessarily bank that I can bomb the boss. This is rough. I don't think we take the Divine Horde here. It's not a great artifact combo either. Like the Hellhorn artifacts are great, but the Awokens are horrible. So it's not even like I'm that likely to get something useful here. And even the good Hellhorn stuff is not immediately impactful, like a Gurg's Goad, for example. So I'd be hurting myself pretty bad. I think we just don't take the Horde here. Alright, it is a unit draft. It is armor 10. Easier boss at least, but gosh. You know, I've really been disappointed in Glimmer lately. This card actually isn't that good, I don't think. Because it requires upgrade. Even a Vent I feel is better. Like a Vent unupgraded, I can, if I need to, do 6 damage. Which I guess doesn't really mean anything here with the 10 armor, but it could. Like, I at least have a chance to take out the back line with it. Whereas these Glimmers have, if I do end up taking this trial, which I guess I should since it's a unit draft. If I take the trial, I basically have no starter cards. I don't know, it is a unit draft, but like, it's pretty hard to miss. You know, if I end up Hellhorn, which is likely, I think the only way I go left here is if I see a Ritual of Battle. Then it's a pretty standard, like, you know, hopefully we get a good Awoken unit. It's possible we miss. It's not likely though. With 3 uncommons that are good, it's very unlikely we miss. Even if we miss on those, we could find like an Animus of Speed, which could later go into something which isn't necessarily great into Patient, but it's an option. I mean, I doubt there's a Ritual, but you know, likely we're going Hellhorn. And it's just pretty hard to miss. It's actually impossible to miss since we have Fervor Flame. Like, even if I get stuck with Demon Fiend, it's takeable. So I don't think we actually have to reach for this. I just don't think we actually beat the boss here. Like, I would have to hit on an Imp, which I guess I could just purposely not play any. But that's going to cost me Pyre Health anyway, and I still probably end up taking damage. I think we have such a lack of scaling here that we can't do this, unfortunately. It's just the worst trial possible for us. Alright, we'll go front like that, I think. Keep these though. We need those bombs for when they're available. You just get healed anyway. Guess there's really not much to do here, is there? This is what I'm saying. I don't have a deck. I really don't have a deck. Alright, we'll put you there. At least we clear that. We're quite likely to get a Queen Simp. 5 out of... what is it? 5 out of 7? Yeah, just 5 out of 7. That's the odds of getting that there. Could put these here. They might be better at the bottom. Probably better at the bottom. This guy's not gonna die, so... 5 damage. Alright, we are never lucky apparently, but I think this is a great example of probably why we don't want to take the trial here. I mean, imagine this guy having 10 health, like... I mean, I'd probably end up bombing him, though. I don't know, maybe we could have took it. Because then I'd just Glimmer and then bomb later, and that would have took care of it, but... yeah, whatever. That doesn't really change anything. These restores are absolutely useless. Like, restore is such a bad fucking card. Alright, I stand corrected. I mean, maybe we get a... Hopefully we get a Queen's Imp. If we don't, we're looking at quite a lot of para damage. We might as well throw these here, though. At least without the shards, he won't be trampling, which gets me an extra 3 damage. Yay. I guess we stack this. I don't know. Maybe there's some way it's relevant. I don't know. It doesn't appear to be. So if you go down to 7, you're down to 8. Does this change anything? You have essentially 12. That would bring you to 17. Okay. Wow. That's pretty bad. We didn't take a trial or any shards, and we're down to 29 health with Imperialist. That's as bad as it gets. Well, that's a ritual. At least there's that. That definitely changes what I thought we were going to do. Kind of sucks that we didn't take the unit draft here, though. We probably would have got through the unit draft, but we'd be very low on health right now. I think we definitely just take the ritual. I mean, we got 150 gold. We're guaranteed to get it to 1. We'll hellvent it. I have the luxury to -2 it as well, if it's there. Do I take a razor sharp edge on top of that? Or do I take a wildwood sap? Wildwood sap is a little redundant, I guess, with the fortify. It's definitely a lot better than the fortify. I mean, I'm leaning toward the sap. My only thought here is, if I get stuck with like an Animus of Will, 3 health unit, I can't upgrade the health on it. It will not be able to do anything in a sweep boss, or even really Spike's boss. So 2 out of 3 bosses in Ring 2. If I can Wildwood sap the Queen and get a ritual onto her, that probably gets through the ring. So it's probably Wildwood sap. We're worried about Relentless, I'm pretty sure. Especially seeing that last fight. I suppose we're worried about both, but whatever. If it was holdover, I also would have just held over the ritual, probably. Alright, nothing too useful. Alright, there's a Shattered Shell. It's still pretty low health. It probably has no issue into Spike boss, but definitely Sweeper boss, still kind of an issue. I mean, we'll definitely take it here. There's probably no way I would take an Awoken Hollow over it. But it does kind of suck that it has 10 health. Man. I mean, I'm pretty sure I still want to hellvent the ritual. It does really suck, though, that I'm not going to hit that Merchant of Steel up, because look at these fucking steals, man. If I would have looked ahead a little bit better and seen this, maybe I would have changed my trajectory, because, I mean, this is such a standard play for me to make that it just kind of tunnel visioned on it, but, like, I don't know, like, hopefully we get a unit draft here, because this will work until it doesn't. Are we really going to give up that Hellvent? I'm almost wondering, like, do I hit this steal and not hit that Hellvent? Either way, I think we should get the ritual down to a 1 cost. I think. The other option is I take the Awoken Hollow, which means if I play it on the same floor as Shardtail, I guess I just wouldn't do that. And then it just sucks to not take the Shardtail, the Shattered Shell, because Shattered Shell with a ritual is already offensively in everything I need, right? It's a sweeper. There's a ritual, but how do I make this thing survive? At least it's more survivable than an Animus of Will, at least, but I think we take it. We can get through the next ring for sure. We'll just do the standard, bring it down to 1, and I think we're going to Hellvent it. Damn, holdover. Would have 2 on holdovers better than bringing it to 1, I think. I've come to find. Definitely Surge Stoning one of these is fine. That makes it useful at least. I think spending all that gold though, we're pretty locked into this play. Not much reason for us to go left. 30 power. I could 30 Glimmer here. But that... I'm leaning toward not taking any shards still, because we are going to have a pretty nightmare if we end up fighting Stealth Boss, I think. Or Sweet Boss, I mean. And I should be able to get my shards. I mean, we got 15, 25, 35. Then I just need to make up 75 between these 2 temples. Potentially this temple as well. That shouldn't be an issue. I think we just keep it cool here. Alright, it is definitely Sweet Boss, of course. I feel like we should be able to take this trial. It's a little weird how we're going to have to do this stuff. We basically have to stick the skip. Well, we only have the 1 ritual. We may not even find it by the time the boss gets here. Well, we should, because there's no haste, right? It's Pyre Absorbers. I feel like between the Glimmer, the Fortifies, the Heals, and the Sap, I should be able to take this trial and just eat the damage. It at least opens up going left here, because now that we don't have a unit draft, I'm not even 100% sold that we need to Hellvent here. Like, we may need to get some beef on this Shattered Shell. I mean, look how hard this fight's already probably going to be, because we don't have any beef on our unit. Shard-tailed Queen is like just almost beefy enough. I don't think we care about slays on the Shattered Shell, so let's just block here. We get 1 slay anyway. I don't even know. Should I be saving these? I think we just want to redraw restores and like get as much restores onto Shard-tailed Queen as possible. So let's just take off some damage here, make sure she doesn't die. Alright, this is a pretty straightforward turn, I think. Like, take all of that, that's out. Or take all of that out, that's good. Heal, throw you there. And as long as she lives, which she should... we should actually throw that there. I know I can take 5 here, it's fine. I'm more worried about just preserving Shard-tailed Queen. Look how useless important work is this early. It's really kind of rough. We finally see Ritual. Like I said, it's like we can basically just run this risk of never finding it. I wonder if I should put this here. The regen does make it kind of redundant elsewise. If I put you here, it's actually less damage. But means my redraw would be better. We just put the damage in. Could have just thrown the dude up front. What the fuck? Wow. Okay. Well, at least the Fortify at least was relevant. Jesus, though. Why couldn't that have been a unit draft? Well, I'm starting to become pretty unconvinced that Queen will do much more for us on this run. now I kind of just want to pick up a tank, a proper tank to throw in front of Shattered Shell. So I don't think I take the Molting Imp here. Take a Hornbreak maybe. Fuck. The nice thing about skipping this upcoming Hellvent is I can actually add health to the Shattered Shell and maybe pick up a proper tank. Maybe even get quick. I actually have a lot of gold here somehow. I guess the Trial plus the Collector kill got it there. It'd be a Hellhorn unit. Proper tanks would be Steelworker or Railbeater. I would settle for a Demon Fiend. Demon Fiend is playable. I don't need the extra space. Improper stuff would be like Branded Warrior and Horn Warrior. That would have to be the specific two that I get to have this banner be a miss. But even if the banner is a miss, the steel could earn us a large stone. It could earn us just 25 health. It could earn us quick, multi. There's a lot of hits. There's a lot of hits. Which means I'm free to take this Hellvent. This Hellvent's technically better than this one. And if I take the Razor Sharp Edge, I have a... It's almost like... It's almost as good as if I had Hellvented the Ritual. Kinda. Not really. It's definitely not as good, but it's something. I think it allows us to go to the Merchant of Steel here. And skip this. Alright, it is a shitstone. I'm not opposed to putting it on the Shattered Shell, though. If this, especially if this unit is a miss. God, these suck. It's possible we just want to put them both on Glimmer, though. Like, I don't care about the Shattered Shell's scaling. Man. So if I reroll, I can afford whatever comes out, but if it's endless, that's pretty bad. Alright, we got ourselves a tank. That's good. Since we have a tank, I think we're not in dire need of getting a shitstone. Let's just hope it's not endless. God damn it, and it's not even like 25 health. Son of a bitch. No, that really does suck. I don't know that we even... Fuck me, man. I'm not sad to see this. I was gonna think like, yeah, I could put the damage into Glimmer and then times 5 it. I'm like, well, if I got times 5, just do the Ritual. And I would times 5 it. Yeah, this is huge. So, what do we do with this Shattered Shell? Just add a Battlestone to it? I think so. So either that or add it there. I probably should add it here. Nice thing about Railbeater is if I do end up fighting a Sweep Boss, it also means I don't really have to hit this Hellvent. I could hit this again. But I need some health on this Railbeater to actually stack regen on it relevantly. It's weird with the 30 armor, of course, but we're just looking to get through the next fight. I think a 30 here is fine. I don't think I need to pierce it. This is like the worst Merchant of Steel we could have possibly got, though. God damn. At least we got the Railbeater, though, and this event was very good. So we're not gonna run her on the floor. She sucks. She's fucking useless. I don't want to give any, let's just get these out of here. I don't care about them. I really don't care about Shardtail here. She's been very disappointing to me as of late. This armor won't last long. No need to take any damage here. I mean, you're dead no matter what. Well, we're losing a lot of stuff here. A lot of damage at least. That motherfucker there, though. So we're having quick would be nice. I guess it's okay, though, to not have quick into patient. Jeez, how... I guess the ×5 makes it pretty tough to draw through the deck, admittedly. I don't know that that helps us. That puts us in range to die in another hit there. I'm going to get rid of important work. That's probably the first card out of this deck. If I do this, that's probably better, right? If I can hit it again. Yeah, I should have hornbreaked that. That's a mistake. It doesn't matter. Does not matter. This is the nice thing about the melee weakness. Cuts down the... I basically have multi-strike as far as Relentless is concerned because of that. Okay. With our deck. It has to be Alloy, right? I have to imagine Alloy is the call here. Yeah, it's a soft answer into patient. It's not a great one, but it's an answer. I think I would prefer Steelworker over Animus here, I think. I'm not 100% sold on that, but... Other option is Awoken Hollow. That's not horrible. I would just put it into the Rail Beater. I don't really need that extra pip. And it's some extra scaling. I don't know that that's what I need though. Like, the scaling that it will provide is not... It's obviously some nice offensive scaling, but it does not provide the... doesn't provide the scaling that Steelworker will. Defensively. I think it's a Steelworker. Draw. We have too big of a deck because of the ×5 event. Still would like to get something for Shattered Shell. We have 2 remaining temples, so... But we won't force it. If I have to put a Steward in, I have to put a Steward in. That gauge is very enticing. That is very enticing. Yeah, we'll do gauge. Obviously wish I had the Ember upgrade, but this, you know, my rituals will cost 1 or less. And I'm just drawing through this big deck so much easier now. We do need to get shards. Spell chain is probably not what I want though. Alright, we'll do Animus into Shattered Shell. That's fine. That is absolutely fine. What do I want first? Probably the Animus into Shattered Shell, right? is probably the better call here. Because I can put either of these really on the floor with Shattered Shell. But I would never use Animus over Shattered Shell at this point. Alright, we're already at 40. We know we can go 50, 65, 75. So I only need 25, which is just another essence. I don't need to force these then. Though the piercing is enticing. Alright, what do we want to get rid of? Nothing really, in all honesty. Well, we definitely want to get rid of important work. Fuck that. What else, though? Fortifies? They're pretty bad. We're actually stacking regen at a certain point, I have to imagine. Do I want this there? I think it could help me in Divinity specifically. We'll do it. Imp Parade, maybe. I mean, there's just no use I'm getting out of Imperialist at this point. This is potentially tough. I don't think it's that tough, though. Multi-strike. I have to draw pretty poorly to leak here. It is just an artifact, though. Boss is easy. So Relentless, we don't die. It's just the waves. The waves are tough. 54 pyre health. Clipped Conduits will die to Imperialists. They will die to Hornbreak. They will die to Glimmer. I don't think there's any risk here. It's such low risk. Like, alright, we're gonna go for this fight. Rail Beater. That. Definitely that. Let's throw these away. I have no need of them, really. Let's put you mid. Just in case we get the Collector. Okay, these always go here. Yeah, it's just a question of what we're doing beyond that. That guy's doing a lot of damage, and I don't have a way to kill it. Can this get me there? Might have been able to if I didn't dumbassly position these. Should have put one behind, and then I could have done this. But now I'm kind of fucked. So I should just throw it up here, right? Let me double check the math here. Oh yeah, there's no way. I fucked that. I royally fucked that turn up. Like, just unexcusably fucking bad. Unexcusably fucking bad. Look at how much damage I'm taking because of it. Absolute fucking idiot over here. Oh, that might cost me Relentless. I mean, that's so much damage that I didn't need to take. I am rusty, for sure. For sure. There's a chance we could redraw Glimmer coming up. Let's stack this, I think. Even this is a lot of damage. What the fuck? Okay, this should help. So this didn't, you know, we ran into some problems, but it's really it's my own fault here. If they're all dying, I think we should just stack regen. Even if it's a pretty shitty amount. Alright, let's definitely give ourselves an extra turn here. We have a lot of damage. I have to imagine that should be good. Really? You're gonna come in at 3 like a fucking asshole? Well, you have 600. You'll be down to 70. That means we're good. We can just do this. Of course, these... So not only does the Scourge come in at max cost, so do the Rituals, because at 1, that means they came in at 3. Fuck you too, game. Fuck you too. Really? Whatever. Game fucking hates me. It's... You take the good with the bad, I guess. Probably better than 25 gold. Not thrilled about it. Impolate, I don't know. I may skip. These are just nice to haves. I basically just want to spam rituals and, like, if I can consume remove alloy, that would trump the Wildwood Sap as a defensive card. And yeah, none of these do that much for me. Impolate would be the only one, but I don't think my queen survives long enough for this to matter, and I might just be removing imps eventually. They're in there right now only because of stealth boss potential. Focus growth maybe, but probably still no. Probably still no. Need to get an answer for patient, that's for certain. So I don't know, do we go left or right here? I don't have to hit this Helmet. Like, it would probably be a... Yeah, I think this is a steal. Quick. Okay, that is definitely good. It saves us a ton of damage. It's not helping us at all with patient, but I guess there's things we can do against patient still. Let's re-roll. Endless is always an option, I guess. So I could make this Rail Beater endless. You know? Then if it just dies, I bring it back. Or, since I am quick, I could just make an imp endless and just stick it in front. That might be better. Honestly. I'm liking that. Eventually we'll have the Steelworker into the Rail Beater. This is endless. I like this. I like this. Let's do it. And Battlestone, Jesus. I haven't got a 25 health this entire game. But definitely we're hitting that steel, I'd have to imagine. Probably that steel. I could hold out for a better thing than a Battlestone. But what if we face Sweep Boss here? I'm going to definitely want that Battlestone. On who? You? Because I probably just need to put the damage into here against Sweep Boss. And hopefully hold out for something better. I don't know, it's 20 is like, is risking it. 30 health here isn't really risking it, right? I think we just do that. We should take that, because we're not really going to have probably any better use for shards. I think, even though, I think we get rid of this. Just get rid of one of these. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we can do against potential Sweep Boss. Stealth Boss. We're pretty good into that then. Not going to take that. That is a Death Wish with my 10 health. Shattered Shell that has quick. Sucks, but whatever. It's just a random artifact that probably is shit in the end anyway. But what do we do here? You're definitely going up there. Arya? I don't know that you are. I think Steelworker for this one, and we'll put you there. We can put you guys here. We just do this. This absolutely happens. This absolutely happens. Let's stealth boss. How many of these am I keeping? Let's play the stewards out. Let's keep these, I guess. Could play that, but there's no point. Play that, I guess. Pretty sure we're good into stealth boss, simply alone with our top floor right now. Like, I'm quick, I'm killing everything before it hits me, I'm just gaining armor on everybody, like... I have to imagine that counts for something. We can put you there. It'll just be left over. Should have healed the Shard Tail Queen. There's your heal. You don't need an Endless Imp in this one. These are coming in at good costs. I mean, with the Forever Flame, they're usually gonna, but at least they didn't like cost anything. There. Yeah, this stealth boss is for sure dead. He's even getting a little bit damaged there. Bye-bye. Alright, well, I think this is turning into Skyrim difficulty levels, though we still don't have an answer for Patient. We kind of do. We kind of do with the Endless Imp, honestly. We'll just have to see how it all shakes out. Definitely don't want an important work with Gage. One Harm Tome is something we could consider, I suppose. Impish Scholars worth considering, I guess. I could. Yeah, I only got one temple left. I was gonna say I could put it into the Queen's Imp, but I'm pretty sure a Steelworker into Railbeater is better. I honestly don't know that that's true. I think it is. I just don't think we need these. One multi-strike is all I need with the amount of rage I have. We just really want to find Tiresome Climb, and if it's not going to give us that, it's not going to give us that. None of these are worth taking. We should be able to win with the deck we have with the Endless Imp. This may work with Gage. Otherwise, it's just nothing. We're not leaking. We're just not going to leak. We're worried about surviving Patient at this point. Everything else should be largely solved. That's a huge pickup, by the way. It has no cost down to us. We really don't need restores then at this point, and that's going to be the cards that I'm going to be looking to remove. Like, I can get rid of these units, no problem, but the restores are useless to me now. We're all about the armor, and that is going to be my Hellvent target. Could remove a card here, but I might want that gold for Merchant of Steel. We're not earning much gold here, so let's cool it. Could have maybe done a cost reduction. Even then, I don't really think it makes sense. I just got scared for a second. I was like, wait, did I not fuse that together? I think for this one we go Railbeater. We'll do the same thing here, I think. We don't need to stick any of these around. Incant. Spin can't. Good pricing here. We want the endless one up there. That was maybe not the smartest. Oh, why not give this guy a shitload of rage? This probably would have been better off with the Steelworker top if I thought about this a little bit more, but I don't think it'll end up mattering. As you can see, we're doing quite a lot of damage. Might as well just keep it alive, I don't know. The quick does have a little bit of bad interaction with the melee weakness, but what are you gonna do? That's not that. Just have to remember to definitely merge our units on the next one. I don't know how much damage the Arcus is going to have. I should just do this. If I were a super good gamer, I would know it by heart how much he would have at this amount of shards, but I know it's probably more than 25, let's put it that way. That is not a good turn to draw all that shit on. But you know what? We're still going to play him. It really doesn't hurt their price enough to say that I don't want to play them. Obviously now they can come in at higher costs, but again, I'm not going to not play it. We nearly killed Arcus here, so there's no harm, no foul. There's probably turns I could have done Unbroken Horn shenanigans, but I can't be bothered to think about that. Reinforce is definitely an option, but Adaptive Mutation is a much better option. Now we're getting to the point where this run is definitely entering Skyrim difficulty level of hilarity. So, yeah, we'll have to see what other people did. I mean, unless I just draw really bad against Patient, I don't see how we're going to lose this after picking up that Adaptive. Like, we're looking real strong by my count here. I could make one more Imp Endless, because I was thinking like maybe I should just Hellvent the Imp, but this is just as good as that, so why not, right? This I think I don't see how I lose to Patient now. Like, I have so many different outs here, and we'll just remember to do this. This will also help the initial draw consistency. We're right at 100 shards. I don't need to take any more. I don't need to make life harder on myself. Let's get rid of the restores. Now I can safely put the Hellvent on Alloy, by the way, which is what I wanted to do all along. I don't think I need Fledgling Imps. Just give her more health, I don't know. I could add a Battlestone to one of these. No harm, no foul. Yeah, let's do it. Easy. That literally has no downside to me. The only spells I have Pierce already. The Only way I lose is by doing something boneheaded at this point. You can go there. I guess there is one spell that affects. I guess I'm a liar. Let's hold one ember, I guess. Yeah, this will be no problem at all. I kill everything before it gets to me. Let's get that money. We can get rid of these. Do I really want to redraw those, though? Probably not. And do I care about doing that? Maybe. It's mildly worth playing. This is also a potential Hellvent target, the adaptive mutation. Go ahead and just play it now. No reason not to. Get rid of these. Kill that. Fight's already solved. Yeah, I could kill the Wiltlings. It's not even worth my click. Get rid of that, I guess. Again, I could kill the Wiltlings with the Glimmer. Not really worth my click. Well, she's no living armor, but she'll do. Yep. Again, the clicks just aren't worth it. Arguably, these rituals aren't worth it, but here we are. Yep. Skyrim difficulty confirmed. I don't even know if I need that. It's really good engage, obviously, but I'm doing an Inferno worth of damage within 2 or 3 waves anyway, and the only reason I would want that is for the tank wave. I think it's just a win more card at this point, and it could prevent me from finding the actual stuff I need. Same with Battering Ram. Golden Rail Spike really not that good with gauge. Awake could be, but nah. If it's not going to give us Tiresome Climb, that's the only card I'm looking for at this point. Or Last Stand, obviously. Alright, Faulty Loader could work. It's really not that needed. We just want that alloy, right? I could go with a 25 there. Let's see if we're getting a Pyrestone Housing. Didn't I already see Pyrestone Housing, though? I'm pretty sure I did. We're just going to do removals. This works, too. Lightstone Casing, obviously not too useful to me at this point. Alright. There or there? Probably here. And we'll just make removals. Unless I want the Rage not removed. Yeah, we don't want that. Restore, fuck that card. Get rid of Ace Steward as well. They're kind of hard to get out, right? Alright, let's win it. So everybody died at Patient. And we've already won. I think. I mean, he doesn't have trample. I have to imagine we have it here. 45. I will rally him, but that's fine. I would like to keep, you know, 2 floors available to prevent a little bit of this damage. You have 3 hits, huh? I mean, look at this. How am I gonna die? Alright, whatever, you guys can die. I don't care about you anymore. Oops, did the wrong one. Whatever. Let's get the bigger one in, I guess. And I could wait on this. Is there really a point? Probably not. Probably not. Probably shouldn't even be playing that endless card. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to get a flying kill in this fight. Am I? I believe so. I might not. It's fine. Should have played out that imp. Whoops. Again, it's just not really worth my clicks, though. As we can see, this fight is Solarino'd. Almost got the flying kill. But alas, I did not do it. Could have put an imp down, but again, we can just end turn at this point. We'll be curious to see what everyone did. It was definitely a weird one to navigate, but with the adaptive mutation, even if they, I guess, didn't end up with Gage, Gage is cute, but it wasn't that needed. Like, I could be crushing this just the same without Gage. Gage definitely was an upgrade, though. Alright. You're gonna go down here. Sucks that we can't get you-know-who with you, but that is what it is. Let's just put these here. Yeah, you can get rid of that. That's fine. Little jack strips, of course we would. The only time we get the jack strips, of course, it's not gonna put you-know-who there. The damage shield dudes. So pretty early, but do I care? Can't say that I do. We want her to probably die before these get here, right? So that's fine. Let's get you in front. Get some more of that going. A little bit of that going. A little bit of that going. Alright, whatever. You can have some armor. I don't care. We're going to flying kill for sure on this one. This is going to be by far the easiest fight of the whole sequence here. Probably could have been more greedy with the adaptives and we might be looking at an earlier flying kill, but yeah. And that should do it. GG. If I were to guess, my only thought is that maybe they didn't take the ritual. I could see this run being a lot different if you didn't take the ritual. But there still was razor sharp edges, like, I don't know, like, let's see, we'll just have to see. So, obviously, Shardtail did nothing for us this run, unfortunately. You just keep dropping in my eyes, Queen. You're not much of a queen anymore. Arguably the worst exiled champ. But that's okay, because Hellhorn more than makes up for it. Ritual battle, as we can see. And, you know, the clans, like I said, it's not a clan combo that I dread, because you saw it here. There's just, you got the good Awoken backliners combined with the Hellhorn units just being really good. You basically can't miss on your banner units. And then there are just neat synergies, like adaptive plus rage, stuff like that is pretty good. That's really all that our run came down to. Let's see what they did then. Okay, this is already looking a lot different. Well, right off the bat, I'm like wondering why this wasn't times 5'd. They did take the ritual, but they didn't times 5 it. I'd say that's... There's no way that this Glimmer is more valuable than the ritual in my eyes. Yeah, it's 32 AoE, but they didn't end up with Sweeper, which is also iffy. Like to take the Awoken Hollow over the Sweeper. I get the logic. I was kind of considering it, but I don't like it. I mean, we got through the worst case scenario just fine, right? Sweeper boss, bottom decked ritual from. So it's like you just didn't need the Hollow. There was no way to lose with the Sweeper there. But, you know, that's a pretty good Horn Warrior. I don't know, though. It's hard to know. I have to imagine seeing this, they at least went the same way we went on Ring 2. They might have probably not gone to the same Ring 3, though. So they, you know, not having a Rail Beater, I can't necessarily fault them. If they took the Hollow, I assume it's to go to the helmet. None of these are unrecoverable, right? Like you could build around a Horn Warrior just fine. You can use a Awoken Hollow. I just don't like the self-infused Hollow, though. You got to take a pip upgrade. This only has one multi-strike. Why not take the Animus of Will? Wasn't there an Animus of Will at the Ring 3 reward? I'm pretty sure there was. Either that or the Ring 4. You know, you could have built around, you know, missing on the Sweeper, sure, but you can build around a Horn Warrior. You can build around an Animus even better, though. Or even if you took the Horn Warrior and say that maybe they had these upgrades on it already, still put the Animus in, get an extra strike, and build around the Ritual. Don't build around a Glimmer. What's a Glimmer gonna do you? This card really isn't that good. It's obviously the best version of that card, but I just don't like it. There's a Demon Fiend. They didn't take the Gauge. I guess with their deck that makes sense. Does it? I don't even know that it does. I think should have just took the Gauge. I still think he should have took the Gauge here. I mean, this would have been drawn more often. You got the units coming out for free anyway. Molting Imp over, what was it? Hornbreak? I guess it's acceptable. And even then though, like look at this play. You got a Molting Imp. I don't know when this happened, but one of these shouldn't have happened, because if you have 15 guaranteed that breaks through spell damage, why need this, right? So I think we just gotta, with this deck, I just see a problem of like not focusing on the right areas. Like there's way too much overcompensation on AoE, especially into the Seraph that least requires you to have AoE. You could even argue AoE is a lot of times a downside into this Seraph. So there's also just not really great answers into Seraph. 150 shards. these shards were just spent on stuff that wasn't ending up to be very useful. Like, why is a Queen's Impling in the Impish Scholar, for example? 25 shards. You just pushed Seraph from non-trample into trample, which could be relevant. You know, even though on your main floor you don't look to have enough pip. Actually, you do. You do have enough pip to chump block. So, like, you basically made it so your chump block can't be a thing. You know, you chump blocking Seraph is meaningless when he has trample. So you spent shards on stuff that just wasn't even, in my eyes, close to worth it. I don't even think this is worth it. I think Glimmer is one of the worst benefactors of this upgrade, because 12 doesn't do anything. You have to combine the two of them, and even then you're basically creating a card that without Lightstone Casing cannot be held over. But yeah, we don't have to beat a dead horse necessarily. I think the big thing here is just like, didn't build around Rage, which is by far the strongest card in your deck at that point. Especially, I assume you already had these upgrades. And then, yeah, just took weaker lines and didn't end up with a good answer to Patient. Alright, I like this better already. You have a better unit to build around here with the Animus, with the Demon Fiend, though I might argue I don't love the Demon Fiend infusion. It is acceptable, but I would rather just put the Animus into itself. Now, I guess if you didn't plan on hitting certain Hellvents, which from this point on out would have been just either the Ring 5 or ending Hellvent. So I guess if you really plan on not taking that Ring 5 Hellvent, which is acceptable, we did the same thing, right? Then this is fine. You know, this is fine. This is fine. You do give up a pip. I don't think you gain as much from 30-30 as you do from Multi-Strike, but all those things considered, it's fine. I'm already seeing what I don't like about the deck, though. There's no ritual. I don't like this. Welder Helper, compared to the ritual, is just so much lower value of a card. There are, I guess, situations I would take it over, but not when I don't have already some rage. At that point in the game, you didn't have any rage, so I think you already see that early Hellvent. You see an Awoken unit paired with the Merchant of Magic. That's just so good of a line to just get that ritual powered up and Hellvented. But at the same time, I can kind of get it when you look at the map. And as we saw, it was like tough to fit Merchant of Steels in. But I still don't think a Welder Helper beats out a ritual. You know, worst case, you can keep the ritual unupgraded. It's still a good card at 3. It's significantly worse of a card at 3 than 1, but you could upgrade it later. You could forfeit a Hellvent. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to cash in on the ×5 event very well, but you know, all things considered, you still got the hold of a Razor Sharp Edge, which is a good amount of damage. Like I had said earlier, I'm like, you know, there is a Razor Sharp, so you have that. So you have this, you have a pip upgrade, so you can still put Queen on the floor and still put an Imp onto the floor. And you do have this Endless Welder Helper. I don't like the Queen's Imp fusion, though. Maybe that's all you could do, though, at that point. I get it. Wasn't there a... I think... I would do this, though. The Impish Scholar. That's what I would have done. That would get you, you know, just a lot of other stuff could be here. Oh, that is interesting. Important work, huh? I guess. This could be good. Just barely lost to Seraph. I guess the thought with this tome could be to put it on the shard tail and get your bombs off before things hit, but I actually think that might not be what you want against Seraph the Patient. It works out here because you probably just have a ridiculous amount of armor, but yeah, this is fine. Does mean your imps, though, will never chump block for you if that's something you're looking for, which maybe you're not. With I guess the Queen's Impling does help with wave clear with the amount of important works you have. I like it because it is definitely thinking outside the box. Unfortunately, this is just a case of going the standard route would have been so much better, of just going with the Ritual of Battle. You know, as fun as this looks, and you know, can't fault someone for trying to have fun, it ends up just making life harder on yourself. I think this is winnable though. If they reloaded, I'm guessing that Yebel probably just didn't reload. At 97%, I have to imagine there's some sequence you could reload and make it work. And I actually think this looks pretty good into Divinity. You know, you will clear waves pretty well, I think. And you'd be quick, so you don't even worry about the sweep attack. You get a lot of armor, you will scale for Relentless. I think you get there. But this probably had a... You know, at least you kept under the trample, that's good, but there's probably a real tough conundrum here with Patient where you would be rallying quite a lot. 50% of the time with those important works. So I could see that being an issue. Real close though. A valiant effort for sure. And it looks like this user just took the early stuff, which as I predict, I don't know that you can beat it taking those early things. Granted, a Root Split Mask is a really good pickup, but you know, the starting deck was horrible. So that is just, yeah. I mean, there might have been a way you could beat it taking all these. I don't know for sure. With a Root Split Mask, it gives me some ideas, but it's not worth the risk. It's not a combo you need to reach for unit drafts on. It's not a combo I need to reach for Divine Hordes on. It's a combo I will usually take a Divine Horde though on, to be honest. I don't know that the Divine Horde was necessarily a bad call. I've never ran into a case, I think, where Divine Horde was unwinnable with an Imperialist start, but this deck looked like it could give it a run for the money. Like, it was such a bad starting deck. I think the both of them together is just too much, though. Take one or the other, don't take both. Like, as we can see, like, Eable went with the non-Divine Horde, but took the trial and was able to get through it. We skipped both, I believe, right? That was Divine Horde, huh? Well, it looks like Shadow Dragon actually took both and was able to survive it. 35 damage taken, though. I think that starts to teeter on the edge of, like, probably wasn't worth it even though it got through, right? Took the early game artifact over Root Split Mask. I think Root Split Mask is definitely better long term. I would probably take the Root Split Mask. I just wouldn't take this. think if I take the Divine Horde there, I would only take a trial. I would take basically every other trial, honestly, but this trial particularly, no. Too risky for the boss. 10 health behind, and then 18 damage crossbow potential. I'd have to imagine that they didn't run into that, though, if they're getting through this. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.